Welcome back, everyone, to Crusader Kings 3. We are now under the rule of Empress Elswith. It is January 1395, and for the last couple of decades that we have left to play this game before we move the save over to Europa Universalis 4, we've got to hang on to the throne of Britannia. A woman ruling for the first time in the over 400 years that I've been playing this game. And there's a lot of people that are none too happy about it, and so we've got some very strong potential threats on the horizon. That's probably what this episode's going to be about, is hanging on to my throne. So let's see what happens. So in anticipation of what I know is going to be a long war for my throne, we're going to start maxing out some of our military. I know it's going to cost me some money to do so, and you can see my monthly income is going to start going down while we fill those ranks, but it's what I need to do to be as prepared as possible for what I know is to come. I'm also going to look for some powerful alliances to make through my daughters. So we've got the Prince of Poland here, which might be a good way to go. I don't know if we can do that matrilineally. We can. Excellent. So not only will we get a potential match here as far as an alliance, we might also be able to pass on the throne of Poland through our family. Alright. An alliance formed with the King of Poland. That'll certainly help things. And then my youngest daughter, who's 11, Prince of Denmark, might come in really, really handy. Can't do that matrilineally, but that's okay. And she's actually listed as Princess of the Holy Roman Empire, which is pretty interesting, considering I rule Britannia. And now we've got an alliance with the King of Denmark. Those things should both help tremendously when war comes for us. It looks like one of my knights is putting the moves on me. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And actually, he's a Greenhill, so he's like a relative too. No, so that would be... Oh, wait, I'm a woman. That's right. I was about to say that would be not only homosexuality, it would be incest, which would both be no-nos in the kingdom or the Empire of Britannia in 1395, but it's apparently just one of those. We are called to war. Ugh. That's a bad thing with these alliances. You get stuck in their wars. I only made these alliances so you'd fight in my wars. Here we go. The right to rule Britannia belongs to Duke Samuel by divine right. I will not be threatened. So we are now at war with 30,000, which is, that includes their allies. So we've got the Duchess of Northumbria, the Duke of Waite, I don't know how to pronounce that, the King of Scotland, the Prince of Britannia, the Earl of Cornwall, and the Duchess of Lancaster. Rally the troops. All right, we're going to raise our whole force right here. And then we're going to try to catch up with as many of his armies as we can to defeat them before they can consolidate. So we're going to go after these 9,000 men here first. If we can defeat parts of his army at a time, that would be ideal. We got to call our allies. Alright, going to call our daughter. He will not accept. What? Alright, we're going to call our allies. Poland, France, and Denmark. You done messed with the wrong person, dude. Now we gotta replace 3 of our counselors. We'll recruit this one to court. None of them are particularly strong. Well, that's not bad. Alright, we caught up with this army. It's going to be the Battle of Evesham. Our allies are going to start jumping in. And hopefully we win a major victory here and wipe out a good bit of his force right off the bat. Okay, how'd that go? We lost 648 and we killed 5,000. I love it. Let's take a look at the knights and how they did. The King of Brittany, though he hates my guts, is fighting for me. I love it. King of Wales. My husband, the Emperor. I don't know why he's listed as Emperor. He really shouldn't be, but... Alright, cool. Good start. Where does that put us now in terms of numbers with all of this? 66,000 to 34,000. Now, granted, some of my allies are involved in other fights, so they don't necessarily have all of those men available to come help me. Alright, let's try to go after some of these other armies. I'm also going to try to pursue that army that I just defeated. Here's where the big ones are up here. I might kind of wait to see who shows up among my allies. Okay, my daughter has sent 6,000 in the army of Aachen. And it looks like one of our enemy armies is actually engaged in a fight with a peasant revolt. And that's actually where the army of Aachen is going to land to join us there. I guess we're not going to get involved in that one. There's an enemy army here. We'll see if we can catch them. I don't know if we can. Well, in the midst of all of that, I've had a daughter born. We're going to name her Christina. Just cannot seem to have sons in this family, although right now that's not a bad thing because I've got a daughter that stands to inherit some territory in the Holy Roman Empire. And we'd like to be able to keep that all consolidated in one person, if possible. Okay, there's some hostile armies down here to the south, so we're going to go after them. So we don't... I'm going to try to stay between them and the enemy because I don't want them connecting with those other forces. They're once again dealing with a peasant revolt army. And now we get to come in and deal with them afterwards. Kick their butt in the process. Looks like we wiped that army out, actually. Now we're going to take on this army. Battle of Stamford. So they're taking territory up in the north, but that's not something I'm too worried about at the moment. I'm mainly worried about destroying his army. There's another 3,000 that I killed. I'd like to have killed some of his knights, but it doesn't look like that happened. And right in the middle of all of this, freaking Brittany is gonna start an independence war. So now we have not one but two wars to deal with. So I guess we're gonna have to go down and deal with Brittany first. And the problem is, of course, that my army is already kind of undermanned. So I mean, this is just gonna be continue to be crazy expensive. Can we call him to either one of these wars? Why will he not accept? Oh, it's his opinion of me. Alright, so we've got to bribe this guy to change his opinion of us so he'll enter the war on our behalf. We've also got to start calling people to this other war as well. Now he'll accept, at least in the independence war, so maybe we can let him deal with... you know what? We'll try to get him in both wars. We're also going to call everybody else to this war. These people are going to be sorry that they got involved with me. Oh, he's on the same side as that king in another war. So good news, France is already landing 8,000 men in Brittany. So hopefully they can keep them busy. Oh, what is this here? We've got 21, almost 22,000 Polish soldiers landing. Ah, I love you, Poland. Awesome. The Army of Krakow. What is this? Denmark's in another war. What an absolute mess. We won a battle in Leicester. A child is growing in my room, my womb. My husband will be proud. Alright, so let's go ahead and march north. Now that we've got this massive army of nearly 50,000 men, if we can get the Polish to follow us, we'll march north and we'll deal with this once and for all, these 35,000 men up here. So we're going to first try to lay siege to some of the territory we've previously lost. Maybe we'll cause him to come down after us, because right now he's just kind of conquering territory throughout Scotland. My big concern right now is financial. And what could that mean long term? Let's look and see what's happening down here. Looks like no fighting going on in Brittany at the moment. Looks like all the fighting has kind of moved over here into France. That's fine. As long as they're staying occupied down there and not causing too much trouble, I can deal with one war at a time. Looks like the King of Brittany is sending his 22,000 men across the channel. That is a problem. So now we really do have to move to try and take on our enemy and force a decisive action here. My daughter has come of age. But right now what we need is the army of Krakow to catch up to the rest of us. Another daughter, because that's all we have is daughters in this family. Alright, looking at the numbers, the independence war against Brittany is pretty good in our favor. The war for Prince Samuel taking the throne here, also good, but we've got to get all the soldiers in one spot. Gained mothered many children. Alright. Hey, Poland, do you want to help out here? Thank you. We need to get everybody in one spot before we make a move. Alright, looks like they're coming this way. I'm going to try to go to where Poland is. See if we can get everybody in one spot. I wish I could merge the allied armies together. It would certainly make my life easier. My fear is that I get into a battle and then Poland decides to do this crap and lay siege while we're trying to fight. Here he comes. Alright, now the question becomes, can I get there in time? Come on, Poland. Get there. Get there. Right now we've got the numbers. Excellent. Beautiful. That's what I needed. We'll defeat part of them, and then the other half will show up, and we'll defeat them too. That's the decisive battle that I needed. Then it's just going to kind of be cleanup after that. It's going to be interesting to see who survives this battle and who died. Okay, let's take a look at these numbers. So we lost 7,000, almost 8,000 killed. He lost almost 12,000 killed. Those are not quite the good numbers I wanted to see. But most importantly, let's take a look. He died? It's interesting. He was slain, but it doesn't show like he was slain. He killed 64 men before he died. Mayor William of Bristol died. King of Wales is there. We killed John, killed Adam. We killed a bunch of his knights in this one. My husband was fighting there. The Earl of Derby's out. Dang. Killed the Duke of Lancaster in that battle. There were a lot of knights in that battle. Alright, now we can call the Emperor of the Byzantine Empire into these wars. Whose Liberty War am I involved in? Alright. I'll call him to that one. Duke Sholto is a part of my dynasty. House of Greenhill, Glasgow. Now we're going to call everybody we can to these fights. The King of Ireland has passed away. Died from his wounds at the age of 36. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's take a look now at the numbers on these wars. 60,000 to just 23,000. So it's really just a matter. Where's Poland going with their army? Just a matter now of hunting down the enemy. So here's Brittany. Let's go after them. Hopefully we can get some of these other armies to join me in that direction. Another cadet branch. My uncle Prince Samuel, the one I'm fighting against. I may be fighting this one by myself. Alright, we got help coming. Man, these wars are crazy. We're losing a lot of men here. Okay. Lost 2,600 killed. Killed 7,000 that time. Still a long way to go in these wars, though. Duke Dragan, the spouse of my daughter and heir, has passed away. All those carefully crafted plans have been crushed by death's fickle impulse. Though such complaints might seem petty and insubstantial compared to his family's pain. He was killed by Simon. Who's Simon? Alright, so I've got 5 daughters, you can see here. Let's take a look. Oh, he was slain in battle by Simon de Holland. Interesting. So that was one of the fights that was going on down here. Maybe it was this siege right here. They did have a child, so I do have a grandson who will be the first male in a while in this family, and he may be the guy that we end this game with. We'll see. Alright, we're into a battle here in Leeds, and we don't have the numbers at the moment on this one. It's against the Kingdom of Scotland. The allies aren't going to arrive in time for that one. My husband's been injured. We're going to leave it up to him how he treats the wound. We got wiped out in that battle. Dang, that was brutal. 5,800 killed. I mean, the good news is we've still got a 2-to-1 advantage in numbers. The bad news is my army is just in terrible shape at this point. I really need my allies to come through for me. So we're going to sit tight with my army in Warwick for a little bit and try to rebuild some before we go back into this. And try to go after some of the armies of Brittany. I don't know what's going on up here. Alright, Battle of Shrewsbury. I've got an advantage for the moment, but he's got 6,000 more men on the way, and I'm going to lose that advantage. Hopefully I can knock out... Yep, I knocked out enough of his army to where the numbers are still even when he came in with the reinforcements. This is the King of Brittany, who is directly in command of these forces. If I can capture him or kill him on the battlefield, we can end that war. We do have some reinforcements coming from Aachen. Not sure we're going to need them. Actually, they got caught. Ooh. And they're going to get wiped out. I'm going to have to pull my men out of there quickly before we get hit by that army. Or else we're going to get our butt kicked in a hurry. Oh, I can't get there. Come on. Get your men there. We need that 12,000 men to help with this battle. Hurry, 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 hurry. Oh, they were on his... Wait. Did somebody switch sides? I thought those were my men coming in. What happened there? So France lost their war. Ugh. Alright, so we won the Battle of Shrewsbury pretty substantially. None of his knights were killed, none of his important knights anyway. This one, on the other hand, not as well, but only lost 3,700 killed, so it could have been a lot worse. Alright, so it looks like I need to call France to the Independence War. I thought they were already in it. Hopefully that'll help there. So France borders Brittany. So Brittany's only got 11,000 men. If France can send an army in there, That'll help substantially. I actually have my army standing down, so I can save a little money, build them back up a little bit, and then we'll jump back in on this war if it gets too one-sided one way or the other. Okay, we've raised the army of Winchester. Almost 16,000, almost 17,000 men. We're gonna bring them in over here where the French army is, and we're gonna sit tight with them because we've got enemy armies on the way, and we're gonna be fighting them all. All right, so we start out with an advantage, but he's got a bunch more money, bunch more men coming, and now he's got an advantage in numbers. It's gonna be another loss. Where are all my allies besides the French? Alright, we lost 8,000 killed there. He only lost 3,000. We still have a big advantage, but my allies just aren't able to send armies right now. Alright, who else can we get an alliance with since we have more daughters now? Alliance power. I thought we already had an alliance with the Holy Roman Empire, but let's make this happen. We could definitely use their troops right now, Kaiser. Thank you. Awesome. That's helpful. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, now we got 108,000 men on our side. Alright, we're going to stand my army down as soon as I can. We'll let the Holy Roman Empire come in on our side and help out. Well, now we've got Irish peasants revolting against us. We're really not going to worry about that right now. That can happen later. Holy Roman Empire, please send a massive army. So Denmark's war is over now. Maybe they can come help us out. Well, would you take a look at that? There's 65,000 men marching slowly toward the coast. It's going to take a little while for them to get there, but holy cow when they arrive. We just got to hang on long enough. It looks like right now Brittany's the bigger threat, so let's see what we can do to deal with them in the meantime. We'll go try to take on that army. We'll raise our army here. We'll go take on Brittany. And then the Holy Roman Empire will come and save the day. Okay, Brittany's running. They know what's coming, but we're going to catch them. Oh, we didn't catch them. Has the Holy Roman Empire arrived yet? No, but there they are. And they're going to come right in the center of the country. I love it. And now we're going to catch the Britons. Beautiful. The Battle of Harlech. Great victory for us. Boy, if we could capture him, that would be the end of that war. Not quite that lucky, and honestly, it didn't even change that much. Betrothed can marry. Oh, he's imprisoned. Well, that doesn't help. The King of Denmark's in prison. 874 killed. We killed 5,000. Is he there? Oh, if he is, he wasn't actually fighting. Well, holy cow, the massive enemy armies. Oh, those are our allied armies. That's the Holy Roman Empire with almost 70,000 men. They're going to land in Wales. They wanted to connect with where we were. Let's go on the warpath. Oh, this is going to be glorious. Yeah, you better run. I love it. The Battle of Worcester, a massive, massive victory for our side. We lost 613 men killed. We killed 10,000. Oh, yeah. Duke Wulfstan of Northumbria, dead on the field. Slayed by the mayor of Whitehaven. Look at him go. Beautiful. We captured his most prominent knight. We killed the Earl of Atholl. Now we're talking. Another battle at Worcester. We've got an available perk for us here. Oh yeah, I like the idea of improving the toughness of our troops. That was the Battle of Harlech. We already looked at that one. Battle of Worcester. 595 killed. 21,000 killed on the enemy side. Wow. Captured the Duke of the Isles. Captured Geoffrey, captured Maurice, captured the Earl of Suarland. We captured most of his knights. Good night, that was glorious. So they now have 432 soldiers left to fight with. We completely annihilated my enemies. Oh, that's glorious. Now it's just a matter of reconquering all of the territory that's been lost. Honestly, I'm just going to disband my army and let my Holy Roman friends take care of all this. Alright, now they're dealing with the army of Brittany, which has just been annihilated as well. He's down to just 15 soldiers to fight with. All of my enemies have been completely annihilated. This is absolutely glorious. The size of that Holy Roman force is just ridiculously large. I can't believe he has an army that big. Well, he's only got 60,000. So the rest are allied armies. Okay, so the Irish Catholic uprising came to an end because the leader of it died. The Holy Roman Emperor also died, and we have a new one, I believe. So Kaiser Gundpult was 83 years old. Good for him. So now we have the new Kaiser here, but he's still involved in the war, so no worries there. We've got armies everywhere just reconquering territory. Then we're going to have to deal with the war against Brittany, which I believe the Holy Roman Empire is also involved in now. So we just need to conquer a little bit more territory to finish this one off. Alright, my sister Benedicta has given birth to a daughter. Good for her. We are done at last with that war. Now we turn... Oh, one of my kids was murdered? What? That wasn't my heir, was it? No, that was not my heir. Died under mysterious circumstances. Okay, so that was my third child. Oh boy. Is she remarried? Yeah, she is remarried to a new duke, so that's cool. And he doesn't have any children, so her child could inherit there as well. Alright, now we've got to deal with the Britons because we're very near to actually losing that war. Thankfully, my friends from the Holy Roman Empire will now go deal with them. Spymaster, we need a new one. Alright, we're going to have to start consolidating and dealing with some of this stuff that has happened. We're going to start by, I think, we're going to start by taking away some territory from some of these vassals who rebelled against me. Northumberland, Duchy of Northumbria, absolutely. Thank you. Countess of the North Riding. We're going to just revoke titles like crazy here. And then we'll re-grant those to more honorable people. So we're going to... Well, no, we're going to... Before we do anything, I was going to grant Samuel to Powys, but Samuel's the guy who actually was the head of this revolt. So, you know what? We've got the Kingdom of Scotland, which I'm taking away. Thank you. This will teach you people to rebel against me. We also are going to revoke Samuel's titles. Where is he? And then we're going to start giving them out like candy. Here's Samuel right here. So some of these titles that we're holding, we're going to grant them to the rightful holders of those, especially to people who were faithful to me during all of that. So I'm looking at Ireland, for example, the King of Ireland, who doesn't like me very much, but I believe stayed faithful during all of that. So we'll grant him that vassal. That's going to make him happy. We'll give him another one here, and that'll make him further happy. Who else can we grant? The Duke of Essex. What can we give him? Now, you know what? Not going to worry about that right now. Maybe my daughters. I don't know if I can even grant things to my daughters. No, it doesn't appear so. I have to give up some of these earldoms because I'm above my holding limit. So let's look at family members, especially loyal family members. I could grant something to my husband for now. Let's do that. We'll give my husband the Earldom of Anjou. Of course, that means he left, but that's okay. What else can we give out? How about my daughter Christina? Could I give her something? No, I guess not. We can't grant titles to women. Alright, we will give out the Earldom of Ross, which has no income with it. We'll give it to this Duke here. We still need to give out 2 more. No, I don't want to give you anything else. Let's look at our vassals. The King of Brittany, you're not getting nothing. King of Ireland, maybe. What can we give him? Do we have anything that's already in Ireland? No, we don't. Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it from the standpoint of income. The North Riding has no income at the moment. That's probably where we want to go. Give it to some family members. Prince Erick of Ireland. Let's give one to him. And then one more. There we go. We didn't even have to give that one up, but that's okay. We have to nominate a successor for Scotland. And I'm going to cast my vote for my daughter and heir. What is going on here? Alright, the Holy Roman Empire is landing their troops, as is France in Brittany. This will deal with the issues that we were having there. We almost lost that war. Alright, let's start making the Duke of Essex happy by granting some of these. We're going to make all of our vassals happy by giving titles back to them as vassals that rightfully belong to them. We can create the Duchy of York. Let's go ahead and create that title. And the war with Brittany will soon be over. No thanks to ourselves. What is this? I just gave you all kinds of titles. And now he's going to rebel against me. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I will not be threatened, sir. So let's see how this war is going to... Oh my gosh! Oh, all of that only gives him 10,000 men. That's right, because all of these people had their armies wiped out by the Holy Roman Empire. All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. I believe that for the most part, the rest of this series is going to be wrapped up in fighting these wars, hanging on for dear life to my title until we get to Europa Universalis 4. So let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. We'll be back again soon. Thanks for watching.